One race we do know the outcome of is the Florida governor's race, where we'll have 4 more years of Rick Scott. CBS 4's Walter McCullough joins us now from the newsroom with a recap of the most expensive gubernatorial campaign in Florida history. Walter?
Well, Elliot, this was a race that many thought would be so close that it was possible that we wouldn't even know who the winner was until sometime today or even days later. But after months of campaigning, debates, and political disagreements, the race for governor came to an end before the night was over. The closely contested Florida governor's race came to an end before midnight. Charlie Crist making a phone call from St. Petersburg to Rick Scott just after 11:15 to concede. By then, 99.9% of the precincts were accounted for. Scott had 48.3% to 47% for Charlie Crist. Both men addressing their supporters. The energy and spirits at one much different than the other.
I called Governor Scott and I congratulated him, and I wish him the best.
In Bonita Springs, Governor Scott acknowledging he received a very gracious concession call from Charlie Crist. In his acceptance speech, Governor Scott vowing the next 4 years will be much like the last, focused on jobs.
Florida is on a mission, and that mission is to keep growing and to become the very best place in the world to get a job, to raise a family, and live the American dream.
In a very nasty campaign full of negative ads, both men said it was time to put their differences aside and for Floridians to move forward.
Tomorrow, however, marks a new day. Yep. It's time to put all the division behind us and come together. Yes. Forget about all the partisanship.
This was a tough election, and I understand that. And I wish Governor Scott the best and his family.
Despite their differences, Crist pointed out the two did agree on one very important issue.
Well, one thing that we talked about that there was some common ground was to expand Medicaid for about 1 million of our fellow Floridians. So I hope that can happen.
The best moments, however, were words reserved for their supporters and loved ones.
Of course, I can't forget about my mom. She's passed away, but we wouldn't be here without my mom. I want to thank her for everything, but I won't talk a lot because I'd probably get too emotional.
I will never forget you. I will always be indebted to you. You are the most wonderful friends a person could ever hope for. I love you more. God bless you all, and God bless our beautiful Florida. Thank you.
And an interesting fact, since 1849, Florida has had only 4 two-term governors voted into office. Only 2 have served out the full 8 years. Ruben Askew from 1971 to 1979, and Jeb Bush from 1999 to 2007. Live in the newsroom, Walter McCullough, CBS 4 News.